What's up, everybody? Seth Feroce coming at you with some training today. All right, today we got a chest training video. With this is a volume-based workout. I'm about 3 weeks into a new program. And with this type of workout, this is one of my volume days. I've been switching it up between lower rep ranges, little strength days, basic complex movements, and then volume. Here, I'm doing a volume-based workout. You see me warming up. As I get older, and now that I started a new program, I make sure, like all my other videos, I am warmed up and ready to go. I started doing push-ups here. I do a shit ton of push-ups with some of my functional training now. And with this, you can do these on the Smith machine here like I am, if it's available. I go to the gym when not many people are there, so it works. But whenever I'm doing these, you can see me change where I'm bringing myself down and how I'm pushing. How I'm pushing with my chest. Where I'm bringing it. Am I bringing myself down to, right under my pecs, nipple height, up to my chin? You can see me switch back and forth here. The whole purpose is to just get warmed up, pushing blood into the muscle, loosening up the shoulders, the elbows, and pushing blood into the chest before we get started. With this, I start off with incline dumbbell presses. Now notice how I'm holding it. Look at my hands, they're a little bit at an angle, they're not straight out. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to work the upper outside portion of my chest. That's what I'm looking for here. So that whenever I'm in a relaxed pose, you can see the thickness hang on the outside of my chest. The bench also plays a role. Right now, I have that bench at like a 30-degree angle. I usually like between a 30 and 37-degree angle for my presses. I feel more comfortable with that, and I'm hitting all chest. I think whenever I go to a 45-degree angle, I start incorporating too much of my shoulders. Now that can be different for everybody. Me, this is where I prefer. And later on you'll see me change the angle and how we work with it. So I work up, work into it. Make sure you're warmed up, make sure you're feeling good. Elbows feel good. My elbows have been somewhat of a problem. I think that's, my age catching up with me, or at least I like to blame it on that. It's probably not. I just need to stop being such a pussy. But again, you'll see me with this nice warm. I'm stopping at the bottom, a little bit of a pause, stretch the upper chest, stretch where I'm working before I really start putting in the work sets. Again, you're also going to say, Seth, you're only doing half to 3/4 of a rep. Again, right now what I'm trying to work is that outer upper portion of the chest. Whenever I go to a full rep or a full contraction at the top, I'm taking emphasis off of where I want to work. This is something that I've worked into, a little bit more detailed on where I want to go, upper outside portion of the chest. All right, got the pump cover off, feeling good, looking good, got my sweat rolling, picking a good fucking tune, hit this next set. Now, whenever we're doing these sets, make sure you get chalked up, looking good. Whenever you're doing these, make sure your breathing is under control. Make sure you're in control of the weight, your breathing's there. What I'm doing on this will be a set, where we're gonna pick a weight, rep out as many as we can. Again, you see me going that 3/4 rep, you can see the outside portion of my chest working right exactly where I want it to. Little pause, stretch, press, strength, right there. Good shit. All right, drop the weight. Now, a set is whenever we go and we work with the weight, then count as many reps. We did 10 reps. Now we're gonna pick half of the weight and do twice the reps immediately after that set. Again, we're going that 3/4 rep range. We're working outside upper portion of the chest. You can see it working. Fill it up with blood. Push, push, push. Now, I don't get all 20 reps because I got to do 20 reps with the 70 pounds. Now I don't get all 20, so I come back, take a break, take a breather, let some blood rush into the chest. You can see to start to fill up there. Catch your breath, get ready, and get right back into it. Now when you're doing this, push yourself. Get outside of your comfort zone. You're going to see whenever you do these types of sets, these Seth sets, all they are is exhausting sets to add intensity to your workout, to switch up what you're doing on a regular basis. Take another break, feel like I need to do some more to work on. Get outside. I can feel the sweat just start to pour out of my body. At this point, this is whenever you're like, okay, let's fucking push it to another level and see how many we can get. See where we can go with this. Because the whole concept of working out is to push yourself to another level. Fucking A. That's how it's done. After that, I go in. Right here you can see, now I'm doing some eccentric training, a little bit of negatives. Goal here is pushing more blood. Use another technique to push more blood into the chest. You can see how my chest went from being not as pumped as it is right here just from one Seth set. Okay? There's not one way to skin a cat. There's a whole bunch. Just got to get outside your comfort zone and kill it. All right, now we move into some dumbbell flies. With this, I moved the bench up one notch to about, I think it's a 37.5 degree angle with this. Now, whenever I do that, again, all I'm doing is trying to switch the angle up so I hit a little bit more portion of the upper chest. You can see it working with this. Whenever I do these, we're adding a little bit of a different type of, a different style here. A little bit of negative along with it. Bring the dumbbells a little closer. Incorporate more of a full rep range. Now, as you can see, I went from a little bit of a heavier weight to a lighter weight. Again, just doing somewhat of a drop set. With this, you can see the different techniques that I was using. You can see that I was using, I was doing negative reps with it. The whole point here is to make your workout as intense as possible. You don't have to keep the same style with every single exercise that you do. That takes the fun out of working out. Whenever we're doing this, you're supposed to enjoy yourself. You're supposed to have fun. So switch this shit up and add a little bit of spice to it all. With me, I'm an instinctive training, so whatever I feel, I'm going to work with. On this, again, whenever you're doing any type of fly, make sure that your shoulders are tight. You're focused on what you're trying to achieve, especially if you start moving a little bit of heavier weight. Whenever I get up past the 60s or the 70s on dumbbell flies, got to stay focused, got to stay tight, get a good stretch, get a good squeeze. Stay in control of the weight. I'm big with that. If you're not in control of the weight, you're not in control of your muscle. Right there, nice little drop set, and start moving. With this, all we're doing is getting outside of our comfort zone. You can see, again, you can see the beads of sweat just starting to come out. That's the shit that you guys need to keep on point. If you're not feeling that shit, you need to get to that point. You need to make sure that that's what you're doing. Don't just go through the motions at the gym if you want to make gains. Don't just go through the motions at the gym if you want to make real progress. Now, whenever I'm doing this, you see me driving my shoulders into the back, starting to get shaky, starting to fatigue. Stay focused. Push. Get outside your comfort zone, damn it. Fucking A. Now again, whenever this type of workout, this is my volume workout, I want to push as much fucking blood as I can into that body part. See me do the negatives. I can feel every fiber fire as I'm doing this. And you can start to see it. You can see my chest continue to fill up with blood as we're doing this. With these types of workouts, you need to make sure that your food was on point for the day, you were hydrated and fueled for this workout. Because if you're not, good chance 3-4 exercises in, you're going to start shitting the bed. Now, whenever you're doing dumbbell flies, how you change your movements. Notice how I started opening up the dumbbells and bringing them together. As you do this, you completely change the exercise, okay? And that's why it's difficult whenever people say, oh, I'm just going to do dumbbell flies. Well, how you grip the dumbbell, where your elbows are, how your shoulders pinch back, and whether you open up. Like you can see me open up. Big open right there. Come back up. That was different than originally how I was doing them. These are the different techniques and styles that you need to work into your workouts to add some intensity, add some spice, and start having fun with it. This creates a different type of sore than you're used to. And as I said, you can see the outside upper portion of my chest, how much blood is just filling up with that. Take your time, leave your ego at the door when you're doing a volume type of workout. That way, you're trying something new. And right back into just doing the push-ups off the back end of this. Now, how you place your elbows, how you push, it's all going to play a role. Focus on the chest. Squeeze. Stay controlled on the way down and squeeze on the way up. Moving right into dumbbell pullovers. I usually do these third or fourth in my workout. Today we're doing it third. Right here, you're gonna see that what I wanna do is open up. I just got done pushing blood all through my upper outer portion of the chest, and now I wanna start to stretch the rib cage and stretch the pecs out so that I feel like whenever I do a front double bicep or during my cardio, I get a big deep breath in all through my chest. This is one of the things that I attested to doing vacuums with. You know, whenever you're hitting a vacuum pose like an old school shot, these have helped me achieve this. You can see me dip my hips and then bring my hips. Whenever I go back with the dumbbell, I dip my hips down. Whenever I come up, my hips come up as well. This is something that is going to take time to do so. Don't just, rush right into this, because I have become much more flexible after doing these for so long. Also, pick a weight that is moderate, not too heavy and not too light. You want to stretch your stuff out, but you also don't want to, injure yourself. So you can see, dip the hips down, come up. Dip the hips down, come up. You're going to stretch out from the bottom of your ribs all the way up to your chest. These exercises are confused from doing them on back day as well. Whenever I do them with dumbbell pullovers, you can see your lats are working, but what I'm primarily trying to achieve here is stretching out the rib cage, creating space. You can see my waist and everything drop down, stretch everything out, and you can see my chest also get a pump from it. After that, we move right into the Pec Deck. With this exercise, stay in control. This machine is a bit different than some other ones. It's not my favorite, however, it can be useful. I stay in good control with this. This is an isolation exercise, good full rep range here, and all I'm trying to achieve is to begin to get the inside of my chest to fire. We beat the hell out of the upper outside. We got a good nice stretch by doing the dumbbell pullovers. Now I want to start to focus on the inside portion of my chest. When I'm doing Pec Deck, I'm really not focusing on the number of reps that I'm doing. I kind of pick the weights and go from an instinctive standpoint on what I'm feeling. If I feel like after this point in my workout, I'm 4 exercises deep. So if I'm feeling nice and strong, I might start to work with a heavier weight. If I feel like I'm already starting to fatigue, or that I really want to get a good squeeze on the inside of my chest, I might lighten the weight. Or I might do both, do some drop sets, do some rest pause sets, anything like that. Again, it goes right into the instinctive training. For this workout, you can check out the bio and there'll be the full length workout for you to work from. But with the Pec Deck, make sure, again, stay tight in there. Stay tight, head up, eyes straight. Don't dip your head when you're doing this exercise. You see me, whenever you start to get heavy, you'll see me start to dip down a little bit. Do your best not to do so. You can see me consciously make the effort when I realize that I'm doing it to stay away from it. After that, went into cable crossovers. Cable crossovers can be done a number of ways. I'm pulling from the high cables right now. With this, I'm a little bit more of an upright position, and I'm focusing on overall chest development and squeezing. And right after I did that, you're seeing me go into almost like a press. Now doing this, you can see the separation points in my chest. You can see where my upper chest separates. This is something that Honey Rambod had me doing whenever I was training with him a few months back, and just torches you because you start to use different parts of the chest rather than just all the same whenever you're doing a fly motion. So it's a great way to add some intensity, just like the rest of the exercises. But make sure, again, stay in control of the weight with this. If you're not in control of the weight with any type of crossover movement, bro, it's fucking pointless. So stay in control, pick a good weight. Make sure you're, at this point in your workout, got to stay hydrated. Pushing with it. It's a little bit of an awkward motion, a little bit of an awkward feel, but you're going to feel the difference, and you're going to feel that the different parts of the chest that you're working. I mean, you can see it firing right here. Try not to use too much of your shoulders and stay in control of it. I mean, this is the best part of working out, is adding the intensity to the workouts. Trying a little bit of different things. Again, you can see the upper chest, right where my front delts meet my upper chest. You can see them firing. Switching it up and into it. Squeeze them fuckers together. Whenever you guys are at it, this is the fun part of the workout. I don't know anybody that doesn't like cable crossovers. So make sure you're fucking firing away with it, all pumped up, finishing the workout. So you see me change my stance. All I'm doing is hitting different portions of the chest. Different portions of the chest, adding intensity, sweating it out, finishing off, feeling good. And that's all she wrote. So check out the workout in the bio and go fuck shit up.